Hello students, welcome to my channel GS Maths. Continuing my chapter of application of trigonometry, I would like to solve few more questions from this very chapter of class 10th. As I told you, if you want to do this chapter, you should know the relationship between the sides and the angles of a triangle as well as the trigonometric values of the angles of say sine 30, 45 degrees, 60 degree, 90 degree, right? You should remember those values. Now to start, the first question is this. Now, question is, a man on a cliff observes a boat. A man on a cliff observes a boat at an angle of depression of 30 degrees. At an angle of depression of 30 degrees, which is approaching the shore to the point immediately beneath, which is approaching to the point immediately beneath the observer, immediately beneath the observer, right? With a uniform speed, with a uniform speed. 6 minutes later, 6 minutes later, the angle of depression, the angle of depression becomes 60 degree, right? Find the total time taken by the boat to reach the shore. Find the total time taken by the boat to reach the shore. Now, understand the question first. Try to change the mathematical language into a figure, which will help you to solve the problem. Now, a man who is standing on a cliff. Now I will draw the figure here. Man is standing on a cliff, right? He is standing over here. This is A point. This is his horizontal line. This is the angle of depression, that is 30 degrees. Now, a man who is standing on a cliff observes a boat. This is a boat at an angle of depression 30 degrees, which is approaching towards a point immediately beneath the observer. Like it is approaching point B. It's in this direction, moving in this direction, right? The boat is moving in this direction towards B point beneath the observer with a uniform speed. So the speed of the boat is uniform. 6 minutes later, after 6 minutes the boat reaches point C. Then the angle of depression becomes 60 degrees. AC distance is covered in 6 minutes. So find the total time taken by the boat to reach the shore. First of all, I have to calculate the time taken from C to B. Then I will add 6 plus the time taken to cover this distance. I get the total time. Now, if this is 30 degree, this is also 30 degrees, right? Parallel lines, alternate angles. 60 degree, this is again 60 degrees. This be point D, right? Now, let height of the cliff be h. AC equals to x and BC equals to y. I've taken distance AC equals to x and BC equals to y. Let me write over here. Now, take the triangle CBD first. Triangle CBD first. Perpendicular upon base. CB is tan of 60 degrees. That is under root 3. Now DB is h, CB is y into under root 3. From here I get the first equation. H equals to under root 3 y. What I supposed was, let the AC distance is x, let CB distance equals to y. This distance is covered in 6 minutes. I want to find in how much time y distance is covered. In the end, I will add these two, so I get the total time taken from the boat to travel from A to B. Now take the bigger triangle, triangle ABD. ABD. Again perpendicular, right upon the base. AB is tan of 30 degrees this time. It's 1 by under root 3. BD is h. AB is x plus y. 1 by under root 3, or I get h equals to x plus y upon under root 3. This is my second equation. This is value of h. This is value of h. I can equate these. So from this, from first and second, I get under root 3y is equal to x plus y upon under root 3. I get 3y equals to x plus y, or 2y equals to x, or x upon y is 2 upon 1. Now, the distances are in the ratio 2:1. Now let me write over here. The distances are in the ratio 2:1. This should be equal to the ratio of the time taken to cover these distances. Now, ratio of distances must be equal to ratio of the time taken to cover these distances, which means 2 upon 1 must be equal to, what is the time taken to cover AC? That is 6 minutes, it's given. Let the time taken to cover BC distance, let time taken to cover BC distance is T minutes. The 2 upon 1 equals to 6 upon T. I get T equals to 3 minutes. That means the BC distance is covered in how much time? 3 minutes. So the total time taken to cover AB distance. This is, it was given 6. I found this as 3. So 6 plus 3. Total time taken is 9 minutes. Changed the given statement into a figure. then applied the trigonometric ratios on this triangle first, then on the bigger triangle. Both the values were h equals to this, h equals to x plus y by under root 3. Equated first and two, I get the ratio of the distances. Now ratio of the distances must be equal to ratio of the time taken to cover those distances. That is 2:1 equals to, this distance was covered in 6. Let this distance be covered in t minutes. So 6 upon t. Just calculate this, I get t equals to 3 minutes. The total time taken for the boat to reach from A to B is 6 plus 3, that is 9 minutes. It was a very good question, but the basic concept of T ratios was used. First of all, try to convert the given statement into a figure, right? Then use the appropriate trigonometric ratio, put in the values, and then solve to get the final answer. It's only an interpretation of the thing, conversion of a given statement into a mathematical form, into a figure, so that you can solve it. Now the second question of today's lecture is, two ships are approaching a lighthouse from the opposite direction. Two ships are approaching a lighthouse. Let me write the two ships approaching a lighthouse. Lighthouse from opposite directions. Question can be from the same direction also. The angle of depression of two ships from top of the lighthouse. Angle of depression of two ships is 30 degree and 45 degree. And 45 degree from the lighthouse, top of the lighthouse. If the distance between two ships, is 100 meters, right? Find the height of the lighthouse. Find height of lighthouse. Convert this statement into a mathematical form, that is a figure. The question will be over then. This is the lighthouse. Let its height be h. Two ships are approaching a lighthouse from opposite direction. Let the first ship be here. Let the other ship be this. Now, this is P point, say. This is a B point. The ships are moving towards the lighthouse from the opposite direction. One from this direction, the other one from this direction. Angle of depressions of two ships. Let me draw the horizontal line. Now, first angle of depression is 30 degrees. This is 30 degrees. The other one is 45 degrees. Let it be somewhere here. This is 45 degrees. Distance between two ships is 100 meters. AB distance is 100 meters. 100 meters. Find the height of the lighthouse. This PQ I have to find the height of the lighthouse. Now the question can be, two ships are approaching from the same direction. In this case, two ships are approaching the lighthouse from the opposite direction. One ship is coming from this direction, other ship is coming from this direction. Now, the distance between the two ships was given as 100 meters, right? Now let this distance be x meters. The remaining will be what? 100 minus x. Right? Now I have two triangles. Let this is 30, so this angle will also be 30 degree. If this is 45, this angle will also be 45 degrees. Now just apply trigonometric ratio, appropriate trigonometric ratio to this and this triangle. First APQ triangle. Triangle APQ. It's perpendicular upon the base is tan of 30 degrees. That is h upon x is tan 31 by under root 3, or h equals to x upon under root 3. This is the first case. Second is, it is QPB or BPQ. Triangle BPQ. It is perpendicular upon the base is tan of 45 degrees. Tan 45 degrees. Or h equals to PB. PB is what? 100 minus x. Multiplied by tan of 45. Tan 45 is 1. Now, this is your second equation. This is your first equation. Both are values of h. Equate them. X upon under root 3 is 100 minus x, or x plus x by under root 3 is equal to 100 under root 3 plus 1. X is common, 100 times under root 3, or x equals to 100 under root 3 divided by under root 3 plus 1. This is the first distance, and this is 100 minus of this value will give you PB distance. But we were required to find the height. We can substitute x either in this or in the second equation over this. Let me substitute over here. I get height of the lighthouse as x. X is 100 under root 3 upon under root 3 plus 1 upon under root 3. This and this cancels. Rest is your answer. That is, the height of the tower is lighthouse is 100 upon under root 3 plus 1. I can rationalize it, or I can put in the value of under root 3 as 1.732. Right? Two ships were approaching the lighthouse from the opposite direction. One was making an angle of 30 degree with the first ship, 45 degree with the second ship, right? Then this is 30, this becomes 30, this is 45, this becomes 45. Let this distance be x, remaining will be 100 minus x. Solve these, use the appropriate trigonometric ratio, find the value of h. In this case also, h was equal to 100 minus x. So equate both to get the value of x. Just put the value of x either in this or in this to get the answer. We get the required answer. Now the last question I would like from this topic is a very good sum and a previous board question. It was there in the CBSE board exam 2 or 3 years ago. It's a very important sum. Now, question is, right. Now, I've written a question for you. The angle of elevation of a cloud from a point 60 meters above the surface of the water. Above the surface of the water is 30 degrees, right? Is 30 degrees, and angle of the depression of its shadow in the water of the lake is 60 degrees. Find height of the cloud from surface of the water. It is a very, very important question, and if you are able to convert this mathematical language into a figure, then it is very easy for you. Just understand the thing. Now let me say this is the surface of the water. This is lake, say this is the surface of the water, right? Now this is 60 meter high, 60 meter high above the surface of the water. This is the cloud, say C, right? From here, the angle of elevation of the cloud is 30 degrees, right? And angle of depression of its shadow in the water. Now, this is the surface of the lake. Let me draw with this. This is the surface of the lake. Surface of the lake, right? If this is 60 meters, this will also be 60 meters. Let this distance be x. This is, say, A, B, C and D. This is the cloud. Now from here, this point be, say, A dash. If this is 60 plus x, the water will act as a mirror. This is 60 plus x. The image of the cloud will be formed at the same distance. This will be 60 plus x, the law of physics. 60 plus x, right? This is angle of depression. This angle is 60 degrees. 60 degrees. Now, a person is standing over here 60 meter high from the surface of the lake. He is to see a cloud. The angle of elevation is 30 degrees. From the same point, this cloud has an image, that is D dash, in the water of the lake. This is the image of the cloud. Image of the cloud, right? Or we can call shadow in the water of the lake. So what will happen? If this is 60 plus x, I have taken this as x, so this will also be 60 plus x. The total distance from this will be 60 plus x plus 60. It's 120 plus x meters. Okay? Now, let me take this triangle A dash C D. Triangle A dash C D. Perpendicular upon base. Base is A dash C. It is tan of 30 degree. I am telling you again, the trigonometric ratio of tan will be used maximum number of times in these kind of questions in this chapter itself. So x equals to, or A dash C, let me put the value, x A dash C is 1 by root 3, or A dash C is under root 3x. A dash C is under root 3 times x. Now, if I take this triangle A dash C D dash, right? I have the angle, I have the perpendicular. Let me take it. Triangle A dash C D dash. This triangle A dash C D dash. Perpendicular upon the base. Perpendicular is 120 plus x. Upon base is again A dash C. This is tan of 60 degrees. Now 120 plus x upon A dash C is under root 3, or A dash C is 120 plus x upon under root of 3. This is the value of A dash C. This is the value of A dash C. So I can equate both that is under root 3x is equal to 120 plus x upon under root 3. 3x is 120 plus x, that is 2x is 120, or x is 60 meters. So this I get as 60 meters. So we were required to find the height of the cloud from the surface of the water. This was the surface of the water. The total height of the cloud is 60 plus 60, that is 120 meters is the answer. 60 meters plus 60 meters. Answer is 120 meters. Hope you have understood this concept, right? It is only a thing of converting the mathematical language into a figure, then use an appropriate trigonometric ratio and solve the problem. Keep watching my videos, practice as many sums as you can, and subscribe my channel GS Maths. Thank you once again.